They just rude. Hello everyone, it's me, Leilani Promise, and I'm back again finally today with a new video. I look a mess, don't come for me. This is gonna be a quick get ready with me. It's just gonna be a simple look that I'm doing today for one of my TikToks I'll be making. And for the first thing I've done already, I already did my brows for the most part. I did conceal them, but this one looked a little funny. Excuse the SRT. For the primer, I use my concealer, which is my regular, you guys know my Photo Finish Wet n Wild Photo Stay concealer. This is the brush that I like to apply everything, like base coats wise, on my eyelids. This is the brush I would use. So I'm going to take Fever and I'm going to apply this in the crease. And that's on period.
And if it looks too pigmented, it's fine, you can always blend it out. But I'm going to kind of go a little bit on my eyebrow bone as well.
So the orange is my base coat. This is pretty much the color that I'm gonna use for a base. Now with eyeshadow, you have to remember to apply whatever you do to one eye, you have to do to the other. So one of them come off a little bit more pigmented than the other one. You have to make it, like you have to make them both the same. Because it'll be quickly noticeable if one has more color than the other. So it is a little bit harsh, so I'm gonna blend it with my blending brush. I'm just gonna use my brush cleaner, the little dry sponge, and just wipe off any excess powder that I do have on my face. And we're just gonna blend this on the brow bone to soften that up a bit. In the inner corners. On both sides, because whatever you do to one eye, you have to do to the other. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, girl. We got 10 minutes, okay?
It's already 4 minutes shit. Oh, girl.
So I'm gonna take the color Blazing, which is like a few shades darker than the initial base coat that I applied. Sorry if the glare was in your face, my bad. And I'm gonna apply this only in the crease with my, you know, very defined blending brush. Ooh, girl, y'all see that? She messed up. Okay, we're gonna apply that in the crease and we're gonna blend that bitch up. So I'm just gonna blend it very softly. And I already did my brows and concealed them and all that. I didn't think to record. I'm gonna use the same palette and I'm gonna use the color in Obsession. This one is like a chocolatey brown. Honestly, it's a little bit darker than the color I just applied. Same color reference, but different shade, if you get me. Clean my brush on my brush cleaner. Walgreens, it's a little dirty. So I'm gonna use the brown and only apply it in the crease. If you don't, so it's important to apply it just in the crease. Okay? Just in the crease. I want a little bit more of a brown color, so I'm gonna go in with a different palette. And this is what my eyes look like without it. This is before I add the crease, the color. Only in my crease, I'm gonna apply that dark bombshell color. And then it'll give it all like a transition effect. Do you see it?
You see it.
Don't play with me, you see it. My clean blending brush, and I'm gonna blend it all together.
So this is Hypnotic. You see it? It's like a subtle holographic color or whatever. It's a purple. And then this one is Siren. This one is definitely a little bit more pigmented. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Siren. Y'all see that glow? I don't want it to look too pigmenty, so I just want it, if I look this way and the like light bounces off my eyelid, you guys will see the color I'm picking.
Clean off your brushes, girls, because you don't need colors you had on yesterday on today.
Unless that's the look you're going for.
So the trick for me is I like to rub it across my eyelid. I close my eyelid and I rub it across wherever I want the pigment to go. I'm gonna do one and then I'm gonna show you guys how I do it on the other eye. The color you want, and then you're just gonna rub it across your eyelid. And there's no specific way to apply makeup, so don't let's not have an argument. Don't come from me in the comments. Okay. Do you see that? I'm just gonna take my blending brush, the same one that I used to blend it here. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit and then just blend it over the brown, just not covering the brown. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's it. That's all we're doing for eyes, I think. Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm satisfied or whatever. Just put a little liner and put a little lash and you be popping.
For me, I like to use the LA Colors liner. It's waterproof. It don't come off. The only thing is, since it is cheap, it kind of sucks. And sometimes when I blink or if I sneeze or if I rub my eye or something happens with my eye, it'll start peeling. Like literally the eyeliner will peel off, like how I put it on, like in a complete line, it'll peel off. And I like to put my eyeliner on before I put my lashes. The trick is if you mess up, just make it longer. No one will tell. Voila, that's just one eye. Like they're cheap, but they're amazing. When I buy them, I literally buy like 10 at a time. And they're $1, so I get 10 at a time. And then for my lashes, I like to make my lashes, meaning I buy hella lashes. I figure out which ones look cute together and I stack them together. Like these pairs, I stacked 2 lashes to get this. And yeah. For the glue that I like to use is the black one. It's the Kiss glue with aloe. So my lashes are almost tacky for the most part. So how I like to apply them, I like to use tweezers because, you know, trying to put lashes on my fingers is not finna cut nobody. It's actually not even tacky. That's not tacky. That's girl, it's still wet. Put that shit down, let it sit longer. But I'm an artiste. I could work with this one, so let me grab my handheld mirror and then we finna glue this down. I feel like once you get the middle part of the lash secured onto your eyelid, then the end corners and the inner corners should be so much easier. So I'm just gonna close my eyelid. Move my wig out the way real quick so y'all can see. Close the eyelid. Apply this to the middle of the center of my eyelid. Let it sit. Now I'm gonna pull the end corner, push it on the lid. Now the inner corner. And then I just like to press it down with my tweezers. Works every time. Let me do the other one. I come back. So I'm pretty much done with the eyes, besides putting a dark eyeliner at the bottom. But before I do that, I have to put foundation and whatnot on my face. But you know, first your girl gotta color correct the Flawless concealer, the red one. I'm only gonna color correct this, and that's it. The corners right here as well, and that's all I'm gonna color correct. So for my foundation that I love to use, Revlon Color Stay, and this is in the shade 600 Caramel. So I'm just gonna blend this into my face, and then I'll come back to the camera. Don't come for me. I had to push my wig back because I couldn't get how I wanted it to. My Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in the shade beige.
And I think that's it. I'm gonna blend this and then I'm gonna come back to the camera.
So you guys can see a little bit of how I blend. I'm just taking my beauty blender and just patting this. I'm trying to contour my face with concealer first before I go in with my powder. Cause y'all know with my powder, I don't play. Mama don't play when it comes to contouring her face. She do not play. She carves the out of my face, okay? For my setting powder, I like to use the Bare Radiance setting powder. And I normally just take it from the thing and then pour it in the cap, and then I use whatever is in the cap on my brush. And I normally set this all over my face. Just to mattify everything, because I don't like when I put my face somewhere and it transfers. Either my clothes, someone else's clothes, my pillows, anything. I'm not here for it. This is similar to like the banana baking powder.
Setting powder, whatever that is. I could just never find banana stuff, so when I eventually found it at Target, I was like, you know what, I already used Bare Radiance.
And I like it. I've been using Bare Radiance for like 3 years now. Contour for me is my favorite part. I use multiple contour powders. One of them that I use is broken, so don't come for me. I'm gonna take my contour brush, which is an angled powder brush. Girl, I don't know what this word means. I'm sorry, Black Radiance. In the color Milk Chocolate Finish. So first, I'm just gonna contour my temples. I know, temples. My temples and my forehead. We're gonna blend everything. And I normally don't have to go in for a second dip. I just use the product and move it around, manipulate it as much as I can. And I could stop here, but I like to make them a little bit darker. And I'm also gonna put some on my jaw just to bring some color and carve it out. I want it to be more circular around than my fucking sharp ass jawline. I want to make my face look like a circle instead of whatever the fuck it is, rectangle. So for my nose, I like to use this hard blending brush with the same foundation, the same powder that I used first. I'm gonna just contour my nose. And I don't really have a specific way. I normally just go against the shape it sort of already has. I just go against it, you get me? Like, I'm just going like this. Like, I would just be tracing over this. That's it. So from my eyebrow down, is where I'm just tracing it. Right here, you gotta make it look even. This is what I call cutting. Or carving, whatever you want to use. Whatever word is politically correct. I like to start by my lip and I go up. Okay. She said, carve the gods. So now I'm gonna take a little bit, just a little bit, and I'm gonna apply this under my eyelids, just because I am gonna go over it right now with a color on the bottom lid, and I don't want it to fall onto the foundation and concealer that I just applied. So a trick of catching all the fallout is putting powder under your eyes. Fever color, this one, and then just underline my lid, the bottom lid. So how I like to do it is this entire like fat piece of my eye, I'm gonna cover. Okay. Okay, you see that?
See that?
The entire eye, girl. And whatever you do to one, you have to do to the other. Now I'm gonna go in with the brown, and I'm only gonna use brown only right here, just to go over the edges of what I just did. And then I'm gonna go with black. I have a thinner brush, but I don't know where it's at. And I'm only gonna put a little bit on the actual line of my lash line. And I still want all three colors to show. Do you see? Pour this powder under my eyes whitens up my highlight anytime. Girl, we gonna wipe this off real quick. Because the longer you have it, the more freaking pale you will be. And you see how the black and the other colors do not transfer to the highlighted part? Here we go. Just hit the inner corners of my eyebrows, just to mattify them a little bit, because I can still see a glistening from the cream. Okay, we're gonna just cover that up. We don't want that right there. Some blush. For blush, I'm gonna take the Revlon, and then I'm gonna take my blush brush. A little bit goes a long way. Smile, only in the apples, and then blend it upwards. Since this is a very pigmented color, I don't really need a lot, especially yeah. Do you see it? The girl's like, what are you doing? So for my highlighter, I'm gonna use Wet n Wild highlighter. Take my fan brush and then dust it on a little bit. And then I like to go ham a blush. Okay, you're not gonna tell me to put a little bit. Girl, I'm gonna put however I want. Okay. And I want that thing. I want to blind you. Blind you. I have a cream highlighter that I bought. It's the color of like what's on my eyelids, but I didn't really like it, so I don't really use it like that. I definitely prefer a powder. I'm gonna take an angled powder brush and then use it for my nose. Cupid's bow. Oh, we're not done. This extra on my lips, I'm gonna just wipe off because I don't really want, I'm wearing lip gloss. No, I love to use my Milani Green Goddess one. Do you see? It's only on one of it and it's already bringing the color. I could just do this, but I want a gloss. The color of the skin is so beautiful. And then I'm gonna just take a whatever gloss I see. And this one is Blossom Scented Lip Gloss. There's flowers in it. And this for me is a everyday look. This is everyday, something simple, something easy. Normally, what I normally do is I don't put the little holograph color. I just put like a cream color, like this color, and then I blend it upwards, and it's cute. It still has this effect. Almost forgot. Setting spray is this, the Milani Make It Last spray. But before I do that, I'm going to take my pinky and blend the inner corners of my eyebrows. They just rude. Anyways, you see it's blended. Now I'm gonna take this girl, the hair tie coming back on. This video is gonna be so long again. Spray, lift up my little wig and my little headband and spray away. And some people don't spray their lashes. I learned that if you do spray your lashes and you saturate them with it, they'll start to fall. So the trick is to not spray a lot. Because I don't want my eye makeup to get myself. Ooh, girl. And I look different. You see it? And we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please hit that bell notification above so you guys are notified whenever I do post. Also, please like and comment down below. And subscribe to my channel. You guys won't want to miss any of my future vids. Trust me, this week is going to get juicy. Bye!